All right. There was the option of plosives for Rosalind through the eye in utilized, but unfortunately, that was missed. Apologies if my sound wasn't coming on. Uh, but I hope that has been sorted now. All right, back to the game. Uh, Plosives missed by Rosalind, and she went for BOL instead. Um, Pretty costly miss there from Rosalind. And it's back to Sophia now. Just a quick recap of the game. Sophia starting off strong with JIRB 440 points, and Rosalind having no choice but to try and balance her tiles there with BAO. Now, Sophia's next move then was pretty interesting because there was the option of KUY on the lapping BAO, but she went for the highest possible um, score she could get there, scoring Kiki for 38 points. And we saw the same pattern when she went for MOWA, leaving pretty questionable tiles, but still just going for the highest score she could go for. And the one time, Sophia was able to balance her tiles to LUAU. Next up, we saw utilize the first wing of the game come down. Meanwhile, Rosalind had been struggling with trying to balance her tiles. We saw gap and then a really horrible draw. Then um, Knob came down, leaving PLES, and close six could have been played on the last move. But unfortunately, that was missed, and VOL was played instead. And now the same Sophia is on fire right now as MAUNDERS. Came down for um, 65 points, yes. And we saw a challenge there, so that's going to be 75 points for Sophia. Right now, the scores are Sophia's 262 to Rosalind's 84. It's looking really, really bleak for Rosalind right now. And okay, we're seeing Apes come down at the move there. All right, back to Sophia now, and she's having um, you know, pretty good tiles, I believe. Yeah, CHNETTG. All right, so now go for Chenet there for 30 points, leaving GT. Really nice find there from Sophia. And finally, the first blank of today on Rosalind's rack, SAENES, and we're most definitely going to see a bingo on this turn. She has countless options, and all she needs to do is just take her time and just go for one. Yeah. With the last move of Chenet, she could easily put the S there and play things like passes and OSs. There are so many options on this board for a bingo. Um, the only thing would be if Rosalind is unsure of adding an S to Chenet there. But still, there are still bingos through the I, through the T, and all that. So I believe we're going to see Rosalind take her time here. Meanwhile, Sophia has already picked really, really dangerous tiles here. We see the Z and the X. Any dangerous opening whatsoever is going to be met by some really high scoring plays from Sophia. All right, we can see Rosalind arranging a bingo here. Okay, that could be Senate, maybe. That would score 70 points. Let's see if she seems to be changing her mind. You can see Sophia, they're just crossing her arm. arms, relaxing, and um, I'm sure she feels pretty good regardless of whatever bingo is played by Rosalind. She has the tiles to punish any play there. And if this choice here from Rosalind is going to uh, most likely bite her back here because that E is opening up a hotspot for the Z on Sophia's track. But here we are seeing Sensate as the move. Still a nice find from Rosalind. Sensate scores 64 points. ZINGTRX. I'm expecting to see nothing less than 50 on this turn. In fact, Sophia could completely ignore the E in Sensate and just go for Zing that she's rightfully doing here. Personally, opening up a nine timer could be a bit dangerous. I think just zig there is still a reasonable option. There are no S's left and only one blank left. So ZIG for 50 seems kind of understandable. You could just go for TIZ atop the eight Sensate scoring 45 points. So, but once again, as I've mentioned earlier, Sophia seems to be the kind of player who could care less about the um, um, maybe the leaves or the openings for the opponent, and she's pretty fixated on scoring as much possible points as she can. We saw that with Jakey move when she played Moa, and now when she's playing Zing. Yes, Zing for 56 is the highest she can score, but I think it's worth considering what you're giving back to your opponent. A nine timer there would bring the scores really, really close, and you don't as we would say, stories that touch. So, yeah, but Zinc for 56 points, leading X. I'm sure she still feels really, really good about that. The scores are Sophia's 348 to Rosalind's 166. As nearly 200 points difference. Is there any magic that Rosalind can perform to come back into this game? You can see Tony Kulu in the chat saying that's Sokoto vote be this now. Well, yeah, we can see the margin here is pretty huge, but with a nine-timer open, could we be seeing any form of comeback? All right, FAH here for Roslyn, scoring 37 points, almost 40 points. That's still pretty nice. But now we see very nice tiles on Sophia's back. She has Fixer 80, and I mean, there's a 41 point option, which she's going for right now. Even 80. Yet again, the nine timer remains open with a blank on saying, I'm sure if this is, Masters players playing, Master players playing, we are going to be really wary of that. But I'm sure Sophia feels pretty comfortable, just going for our highest score once again. And back to Roslyn, Ioleity, still hasn't found the blank. But right now, she has a really sneaky play of Young and Dozing that scores 39 points. And if she can, spot that, it would really do a lot right now. Scoring 37 points in two moves is about 70 points total. So would she be able to spot that? But unfortunately, she can't, and she's going for highlight. Personally, I really like this move because you're going to assume that Sophia is going to obstruct the G in Zing for the nine timer, but why not just open somewhere else? I mean, you're already trailing so much, and might as well just give yourself a lot of hope here. Highlight plays out 5 tiles, and it's gives her the hope of picking that blank that's on the bag. And highlight, in fact, opens up just so many threats. You can see the EX there. Bingo there would score pretty well too. So as much as yes, the difference in scores is huge, opening up threats like this could be, helpful sometimes. Uh, we can see, unfortunately, Rosalind hasn't drawn into that blank, but still, I think highlight there was a really smart one. Okay, we see E80 as the play for Sophia, slightly obstructing the G there and scoring a lot of points too. All right, Windy PR. Very nice find there. Windy scoring 49 points. This is exactly why highlights there was such a really nice move. You're opening up a lot of threads, and now she's cashing in on those openings because Sophia didn't have the right styles to lock all of them down or punish those openings. So Windy for 49 points with take and Rosalind to 280 to Sophia's 40, and has a 130 points difference. And with a 9 timer open, it is still possible for Rosalind to catch up. So Sophia has to be really, really, really careful. Obviously, our priority has to be blocking that eye in highlights. There are 4,000 sin. You can see she's wasting no time in a picked ADICT. That's going to empty the bag, but it scores 33 points and it's no 9 timers open. Although there is still the very, very, very slim chance that you can play bingo through the G and maybe hook E80H or sorry E80S. All this is a possibility. But with the tiles that Rosalind has, it's going to be next to impossible to come up with that kind of clutch move. Move Q on Sophia's rack now. If the scores were a bit closer, maybe an out bingo and then the Q and the V on Sophia's rack um, multiplied and added to the same score could, you know, maybe make her win this game, but the gap is just way, way too much. So let's see, she has PRDGRT black. No balls on this turn here for her, and there are no tiles left in the bag. The best you could possibly do is play through the E insensate, maybe grouped or griped or graped or purged. There are no options there. She just has to play through um, a vowel already on the board. But at the same time, if she's tracking, she can see that Sophia has Q and I, and QI at top winning there is going to score a lot of points. So, or is there really anything she could do about it? Maybe bond the plan to make sure Sophia doesn't play QI boards. It's just going to be really complicated. But yeah, we're seeing now most likely go for purged there. It could be O or A, but I'm just going to assume it's U, and then it's QOOAIV. Oh, that's three O's. I mean, there's 50 points just waiting for Sophia playing QI at top windy there. Okay, are we seeing a challenge or timer is just paused to make sure the scores tally? But I can confirm from my end the score should be uh, Sophia's 443 to Rosalind's 304. I think there was a challenge there. I'm still unsure. A rushed move there from Sophia. I mean, yes, she has won this game no matter what, but going for 32 points when there's 50 points is um, a miss, if you ask me. Yes, the game is done and dusted. Sophia would definitely win this, but 50 points there would have been a really nice one for Sophia. All right, Rosalind ending the game there with RUT. Provided there was no challenge for the purged or patched or whatever it was, the final score should be Sophia's 475 to Rosalind's 324. What an incredible game this was. We saw Sophia play really, really nice, and I'm really curious to see her on stream maybe later on in this tournament. So we're seeing Rosalind played just as well too, although there were a few misses. The plosives would have been really, really tiny when she played VOL, but unfortunately that was missed. And Sophia just had the really nice styles and nice plays of Chire, Jakey, Mounders utilizing, and even Fixer too scored over 40 points. So yeah, incredible game from Sophia and still impressive play from Jocelyn nonetheless. Delta wins this round as Sophia wins this game. And make sure you stick around because round three would soon be on your screens. Once again, this is the Niger Delta Games 2026. This is the singles event for the Scrabble tournament, and we've seen Sophia just take the win here from Rosalind in the first round. For anyone who missed it, we saw Philip from Edo State clinch a win against Prestige. There's still a lot of amazing plays here to see from young players, so make sure you stick around. It's been Excel Moiwa, and I'll catch you guys very, very soon.